Are you doing something in the shower every single day that might actually be keeping disease inside your body instead of washing it away? What if I told you that most people scrub their skin in a way that blocks detox, weakens immunity, and silently fuels inflammation? Yet a simple change in how you scrub could dramatically reduce the burden of disease in your body. The problem isn't hygiene. The problem is that we've been taught to clean the skin like it's just a surface, when in reality it's one of the most powerful detox organs you have. And if that system is clogged, stressed, or shocked the wrong way every morning, the body pays the price. So the real question becomes this: what is the right way to scrub your body so it works with your biology instead of against it? Stay with me, because the solution is far simpler and far more powerful than you've ever been told. Your skin is not just a protective wrapper. It's alive. It breathes, it eliminates waste, it communicates with your immune system, and it regulates inflammation. Nearly 1/3 of your body's detox capacity depends on proper skin function. When toxins don't exit through the skin, they're forced back into circulation, ending up in the liver, kidneys, joints, blood vessels, and even the brain. This is where chronic pain, autoimmune issues, fatigue, swelling, poor circulation, and recurring infections quietly begin. Yet most people attack their skin daily with hot water, harsh soaps, plastic loofahs, and aggressive scrubbing motions that damage the very system meant to protect them. One of the most overlooked systems in the human body is the lymphatic system. Unlike your blood, it has no pump. It relies entirely on movement, pressure, and skin stimulation. If lymph becomes stagnant, waste accumulates. Pathogens linger longer, inflammation rises, the immune response weakens. And here's the key point most people miss. The lymphatic system sits just beneath the skin. That means the way you scrub your body can either activate lymph flow or shut it down completely. Modern bathing habits are a perfect storm. We stand still under scalding water, scrub randomly or aggressively, strip the skin of protective oils, and then wonder why we're dealing with joint stiffness, swollen legs, frequent colds, itchy skin, slow healing, or brain fog. Over time, the skin becomes less responsive, nerve endings dull, circulation decreases, detox slows. The body adapts by storing toxins instead of eliminating them. Another major issue is direction. Most people scrub in circles or back and forth motions without any awareness of lymph flow. Lymph doesn't drain randomly. It flows in specific pathways toward lymph nodes in the neck, armpits, and groin. Scrubbing against that flow is like trying to push dirty water uphill. You're increasing irritation without improving detox. In fact, improper scrubbing can increase inflammation and push waste deeper into tissue. Then there's the timing. Scrubbing after the skin has already been softened by hot water weakens its effectiveness. Overheated skin becomes too relaxed, capillaries dilate excessively, and the lymph response becomes sluggish. Instead of stimulation, you get overstimulation, followed by fatigue. That's why many people feel drained after a shower instead of energized. Let's also talk about the microbiome of the skin. Just like the gut, your skin hosts beneficial bacteria that protect against harmful microbes and regulate immune signaling. Harsh soaps and antibacterial washes destroy this protective layer, increasing susceptibility to infections, eczema, rashes, and chronic irritation. A compromised skin barrier allows toxins to enter faster than they can exit. That alone can overwhelm the immune system over time. Now connect all of this together. A stagnant lymphatic system, damaged skin barrier, poor circulation, and constant chemical exposure create an internal environment where disease thrives. This doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly, year after year, until the body reaches a tipping point. Blood pressure rises, blood sugar becomes unstable, joints ache, sleep worsens, energy crashes, and the root cause is rarely traced back to something as simple as how you scrub your skin. But the body is incredibly responsive when given the right signals. Gentle, correct stimulation of the skin can dramatically increase lymph flow, improve circulation, enhance detoxification, calm inflammation, and strengthen immune surveillance. Studies have shown that proper mechanical stimulation of the skin improves white blood cell activity, reduces inflammatory markers, and enhances tissue oxygenation. This isn't theory, it's physiology. And here's the most important part. When the skin starts detoxing efficiently again, the load on every other organ decreases. The liver gets relief, the kidneys work less. The immune system stops overreacting, pain diminishes, energy returns, the body shifts from survival mode into repair mode. In the next part, I'm going to show you exactly how to scrub your body in a way that activates lymphatic drainage, protects your skin barrier, and turns your daily shower into a powerful anti-disease reducer. This is not about being rough or aggressive, it's about precision, direction, and timing. Once you understand this, you'll never scrub the same way again. Would you like me to continue with the next segment and show you the exact technique? Yes. Before you ever think about soap, water temperature, or how long your shower lasts, you need to understand one core principle. The skin responds best to gentle, intentional stimulation, not force. The goal is not to scrape, irritate, or exhaust the skin. The goal is to wake it up, just enough to trigger circulation, lymphatic flow, and nerve activation without causing stress. This is where nearly everyone gets it wrong. The most effective time to scrub the body is before the shower, when the skin is dry and cool. Dry skin has more resistance, which allows for better mechanical stimulation of the lymphatic vessels just beneath the surface. When skin is already soaked and warm, the nervous system becomes relaxed and the lymph response weakens. That's why dry stimulation works so powerfully. It sends a clear signal to the body that it's time to move waste out. The tool matters, but not in the way people think. You don't need anything harsh or expensive. In fact, synthetic brushes, plastic loofahs, or abrasive scrubs do more harm than good. They create micro-tears, disrupt the skin barrier, and inflame tissue. What you want is something natural, firm but flexible and breathable. Something that stimulates without scratching. The skin should turn slightly pink, not red, irritated or burning. If it hurts, you're doing damage, not detox. Now let's talk about direction, because this is where the magic really happens. Every stroke should move toward major lymph drainage points. That means the neck, armpits, and groin. Start at the extremities, the feet and hands, and move inward. When you brush upward from the ankles toward the knees, then from the knees toward the groin, you are physically assisting lymph flow. When you brush from the wrists toward the elbows, then toward the armpits, you're clearing lymph channels that are often completely stagnant in modern adults. Most people never stimulate their armpits or inner thighs, yet these areas contain some of the largest lymph node clusters in the body. When these nodes are congested, waste backs up everywhere else. Gentle stimulation around these areas, not aggressive pressure, just light, consistent movement, can dramatically improve detox and immune response. Many people notice reduced swelling, lighter limbs, and improved energy within days. The abdomen is another overlooked area. Beneath the skin of the belly lies a dense network of lymph vessels, connected to digestion, metabolism, and immune function. Gentle clockwise strokes around the abdomen support natural digestive flow and help move waste toward elimination. This alone can reduce bloating, constipation, and systemic inflammation. People often think their gut is the problem, when in reality it's lymph congestion around the gut that's slowing everything down. Now here's something critical. Breathing. Deep, slow breathing while stimulating the skin multiplies the effect. The diaphragm is one of the strongest lymph pumps in the body. Each deep breath creates pressure changes that pull lymph upward. When you combine proper brushing with controlled breathing, you create a powerful internal vacuum that accelerates detox. Shallow breathing shuts this system down. Deep breathing activates it. This entire process doesn't need to be long. 3 to 5 minutes is enough when done correctly. Longer is not better. Overdoing it stresses the nervous system and can leave you feeling tired instead of refreshed. The goal is consistency, not intensity. Done daily, this routine retrains the body to eliminate waste efficiently instead of storing it. After the dry stimulation, step into the shower, but now the rules change. Hot water is one of the biggest mistakes people make. Excessive heat dilates blood vessels too quickly, overwhelms the system, and weakens the skin barrier. Warm, not hot, water is ideal. It cleans without stripping. Think comfort, not intensity. Soap should be minimal and targeted. The skin does not need to be stripped from head to toe every day. Over-cleansing removes protective oils and beneficial bacteria, leaving the immune system exposed. Focus cleansing on areas that truly need it, and allow water to do most of the work elsewhere. When the skin barrier remains intact, toxins exit more efficiently, and pathogens have a harder time entering. Now comes a step that most people skip, but it's essential. A brief cool rinse at the end of the shower. This doesn't need to be extreme or shocking. Even 20 to 30 seconds of cooler water is enough to constrict blood vessels, tighten the skin, and lock in the stimulation you created earlier. This seals the skin barrier, boosts circulation, and leaves the nervous system alert rather than drained. Many people notice clearer thinking, better mood, and improved energy immediately after. Once you step out of the shower, resist the urge to aggressively towel dry. Pat the skin gently. Let it breathe. If you use any moisturizer, choose something clean and minimal or skip it entirely. Healthy skin knows how to regulate itself when it's not constantly interfered with. Here's where things get really interesting. When this routine becomes habitual, the body begins to change how it handles toxins throughout the day. Sweat becomes more effective, inflammation markers drop, immune cells move faster and respond more accurately. Over time, the internal environment becomes less hospitable to disease. This is why people often report fewer infections, less pain, improved sleep, and clearer skin, without changing anything else. In the next part, I'm going to explain why this simple daily ritual can have such a dramatic impact on chronic disease, aging, and longevity, and why so many people experience profound health shifts once lymphatic congestion is resolved. Yes, 2 Sienne, when the body can finally move waste efficiently, everything changes, because disease does not thrive in a clean internal environment. One of the biggest misconceptions in health is that disease appears suddenly. In reality, it develops slowly, quietly, in areas where circulation is poor, oxygen is low, waste accumulates, and immune cells arrive too late. Lymphatic congestion creates exactly those conditions. Once you remove that congestion, the terrain shifts and the body regains control. Think about inflammation for a moment. Inflammation is not the enemy, it's a repair response. But when waste products, damaged cells, and toxins linger too long, inflammation becomes chronic. Joints swell, blood vessels stiffen, nerves become irritated. The immune system stays stuck in a low-grade alert state, draining energy and accelerating aging. Proper skin stimulation dramatically shortens the time inflammatory waste stays in tissue. When lymph flow improves, inflammatory byproducts are cleared faster, allowing tissues to calm down and heal. This is why people with arthritis, stiff joints, heavy legs, or morning pain often feel noticeable relief within weeks of correcting how they stimulate their skin. It's not because joints were fixed, but because the pressure inside the tissue decreased. Swelling reduced, oxygen delivery improved, pain signals quieted. The body didn't need medication, it needed drainage. Now let's talk about immunity. A huge percentage of immune cells travel through the lymphatic system. When lymph is stagnant, immune surveillance slows. Pathogens linger longer, viruses replicate more easily. This is one reason why people with poor circulation and sedentary lifestyles get sick more often and recover more slowly. By activating lymph flow daily, you're increasing how often immune cells circulate, identify threats, and remove them before they cause damage. This is prevention at the most fundamental level. Skin stimulation also directly communicates with the nervous system. Thousands of nerve endings in the skin send signals to the brain about safety, stress, and environment. Gentle, rhythmic stimulation activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for healing, digestion, and repair. When this system dominates, cortisol drops, blood sugar stabilizes, and blood pressure improves. That's why many people notice better sleep after adopting this routine. The body finally feels safe enough to rest deeply. Another powerful effect is improved circulation. Blood follows lymph. When lymphatic vessels clear, blood flow improves automatically. This enhances nutrient delivery and oxygenation to every tissue. Skin becomes clearer, muscles recover faster, brain fog lifts, even hormonal signaling improves, because hormones rely on efficient circulation to reach target cells and be cleared when no longer needed. Aging itself is closely tied to waste accumulation. As we age, lymph flow naturally slows unless stimulated. This leads to stiffness, sagging skin, slower healing, and reduced resilience. Daily skin stimulation counteracts this decline by mechanically replacing what movement once provided naturally. It's one of the simplest longevity tools available, and yet almost no one is taught this. There's also a detox synergy that happens when skin function improves. The liver no longer has to process as many circulating toxins. The kidneys experience less load. This frees up energy for regeneration instead of survival. Over time, lab markers often improve, not because of aggressive interventions, but because the body finally has enough bandwidth to restore balance. Now, about the claim that 85% of diseases disappear. This isn't about magically curing everything overnight. It's about removing one of the most common underlying contributors to chronic illness: stagnation. When circulation, lymph flow, immune surveillance, and detox all improve together, the conditions that allow disease to persist are no longer present. The body does what it's designed to do, self-correct. Consistency is what locks this in. Missing a day here or there won't undo progress, but daily practice creates momentum. Over weeks and months, the body recalibrates. People often notice they tolerate stress better, recover faster from illness, and feel more resilient overall. This isn't hype, it's physiology responding to the right signals. And here's the most empowering part. This routine puts control back in your hands. No prescriptions, no supplements required, no complex protocols, just understanding how your body works and cooperating with it instead of fighting it. Once you experience the difference, lighter limbs, clearer head, calmer body, you'll realize how powerful something so simple can be, and you'll never look at your daily shower as just a routine again.